Welcome back to Your Vote Counts. Let's turn to our Navy veteran who understands security, top secret communications, all of the things that are being talked about in this situation in Washington, which is everything's in an uproar right now.
Yeah, I had some concern when I saw that there were things being passed on Signal. When I had a top secret clearance, OPSEC, which is operational security, was always in the forefront. We always were talked about. You don't talk about classified material. You don't talk even unclassified things. People have to have a need to know. And Signal to me is not a platform where we should be putting anything out there, especially when it could put our troops in harm's way. It could affect our mission. Those are critical things that matter. And I think that what needs to happen is somebody needs to look at that. They need to say, hey, you know what? We have certain procedures that we use. We have certain things that we do when we're dealing with top secret material, and we should be very, very careful about that.
All right, we've been through this again. Can you remember Hillary Clinton and the servers? A lot of the folks that are involved in this were saying she was terrible and reckless on this. But the problem that a lot of people have, Jason, is people just can't say, hey, we messed up.
Yeah, look, we've reached this weird spot in politics where people aren't allowed to make mistakes, or if they make them, they can't admit that they've made a mistake because we go immediately to they should be fired and we should replace them. This is a problem in our political system. Was a mistake made this week? Absolutely. Should that information have been put out on Signal and released to a reporter? No. In no circumstance should that have happened. But we move right to everyone in the cabinet should be fired. The Republicans are terrible. Democrats wouldn't have done it that way, when we know that Democrats have made mistakes like that too. We can't learn from our mistakes if you can't admit them. We need to be able to admit we made mistakes and then move forward and do better. And I think that's what most people in the country are looking for.
This week I was with former Mayor Ron Norick, who was the mayor at the time of the Oklahoma City bombing. And he was talking about the impact that President Clinton had at the time and how helpful he was to the city. We're a really bright red state. Bill Clinton was a Democrat president. He's coming back to Oklahoma City for the 30th anniversary. Your thoughts about the return of President Clinton?
Yeah, it'll be great to have President Clinton back. I mean, anytime we can have a president come back and be a part of something that's really important for the citizens of Oklahoma City, the memorial, the 30th anniversary of the memorial. When he was here 10 years ago, I had the privilege of meeting with him, and my kids had the opportunity to meet him. He gave a great speech at that 20th year anniversary. Look forward to the speech that he will give here at the 30th anniversary of the memorial bombing. And if we were able to have President Trump join us for this very important thing in Oklahoma City for the 30th, I would welcome him here as well. It's important to have presidents, people of that stature, to acknowledge the importance of this for Oklahoma City.
Last we heard, President Trump was not coming, but your thoughts on President Bill Clinton coming on the 30th anniversary?
Yeah, I fully admit that I was not a big fan of President Clinton at the time during his presidency, but any city, any town should be very proud when a former president and commander-in-chief decides to come to your city and speak on a very momentous occasion. And the 30th anniversary of the bombing of Oklahoma City is something that we will live with forever. And so when you can get a dignitary of that stature to come visit and talk to these families and give homage to what happened, there is nothing wrong with that. And I am proud that President Clinton is coming to Oklahoma City to discuss the 30th anniversary of the bombing.
Sounds great. Well, we'll look forward to that and remembering that event 30 years later.